Namo
Namo
Tassa
Tassa
Bhagavato
Bhagavato
Arahato
Arahato
Samma
Samma
Sambuddhassa.
Sambuddhassa.
Namo
Namo
Tassa
Tassa
Bhagavato
Bhagavato
Arahato
Arahato
Samma
Samma
Sambuddhassa.
Sambuddhassa.
Namo
Namo
Tassa
Tassa
Bhagavato
Bhagavato
Arahato
Arahato
Samma
Sambuddhassa.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Sayadaw.
Morning, Sayadaw.
Good morning, Sarah.
Last week, we have finished up to Iti Obadapajatina. Manobobengama, it is Andi Manobobengama. So Iti Obadapajatina sentence is called Nigama sentence. So what is the Nigama sentence? Conclusion sentence. The previous sentence is called Nigame Dabba sentence. So Nigama and Nigame Dabba and Nigama sentence. So Nigama means conclusion. Idi Obada Bajiatina Manobobengama Idis and Manobobengama. Now we will continue to the next sentence. So Raya, I wanted to read Nahi de Mani. I wanted to read the sentence Nahi de Mani and so on.
Yes, Sayadaw. Nahi te mane anupachante upachitom sakonti mano pana ekachesu cetasikesu anupachante supi upachati yewa adipati wasena pana mano secho ete santi mano secho yathahi
Okay.
jora.
Okay. Okay, carry on, yes.
Yathahi jora dinang jora cekthaka dayo adipati no sektha tatha te sambi mano adipati mano wa sektha yatha pana daru adihi nippannani tani pandani daru mayadini na nama honti tatha tepi manato nippannatta mano maya nama.
Okay. So here, Nahi de Mani Anobijande Obijito Sakonde Manobana Ege Jesu Chedasik Jesu Anobijande Su Obijati Yiwa. That sentence is explanation of the Manobobengama. After you will see the Manosita. After you will see the explanation of the Manomaya. Nahi de Mani Obada Bajiatina Manobobengamo. It is Andi Manobobengama. Nahi de Mani Anobijande Obijito Sakondi. Manobana Ege Jesu Chedasik Jesu Anobijande Subi Obijati Yewa. Nahi de Mani Anobijande Obijito Sakondi. That sentence is called Dhanli Karana or Hetu sentence. So you can translate in two ways. Dhanli Karana or maybe Hetu sentence. So Manobana Ege Jesu Chetasik Jesu Anobijande Subi Obijati Yewa. That sentence is called Pana here should be understood as a Pakantra. Nahi de Mani Anobijandi, Obijido, Secondi. Manopana. Pana. After explanation of the Jitasikas, it continues how Mano happens. So this should be called Pakandra sentence. Manopana Egi Jesu, Jitasik is Anobijandi Subi, Obijadi Jiwa. Nahide, now we will analyze the sentence. Nahide Mane, Anobijandi, Obijido, Secondi. He, you will translate, it is true. So he also you can translate customer why, because it is Hetu sentence. Obijito, now we were, at first we were trying to translate. Secondi, na secondi, not able, are not able. Obijito, to rise. So what is subject of the na secondi? Te. The three mental aggregates. Three mental aggregates means three Jitasika khandas. Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara khanda. These three Jitasika khandas are not able to rise. Mane anobijandi. Mane anobijandi. Mane is a locative case. Anobijandi is also locative case. Last week we have studied about the Lakhana sentence. Bhavena Bhava Lakhana. I have explained, I have given you the extensive explanation of the Bhavena Bhava Lakhana sentence. So many locative case. Anobijandi also locative case. Many anobijandi locative absolute. We were trying to analyze the sentence. So nahite mane. Nahide mane anobijandi obijito secondi. This one is Lakhana sentence. The day is subject of the secondi. Obijito, obijadi, to rise. So obijadi is, you can divide. So the root is part, obijadi. So obijito is, we call it is infinitive. Obijito, infinitive. But in the Pāļi, we call the Tumata Sambrana. As a Pāļi technique term, Tumata Sambrana. Like a obijito. So if you connect the obijito to the secondi, obijito Tumata Sambrana. Secondi is Tumata Sambrani. According to the English, obijito is understood as infinitive. No, are not able to rise. What is subject of the second is te. Those are three mental aggregates or three Jitasika khandas are not able to rise or cannot rise. Mane anobijandi, when the mind not rise. Anobijandi, you have to divide Na obijando, anobijando. Na obijando, anobijando. Obijanda is present participle. Na obijando, no rise, no rise. This is a nani bada buba bada gamma daraya samasa. Anobijando. So anobijandi, we will use as a noun. Anobijandi, mani anobijandi. Obijito, nasa kondi. Obijito, nasa kondi. Mani anobijandi, obijito, nasa kondi. What is subject is te. Te is subject. The verb of the day is sakondi. Obijito is tumata sambrana and sakondi is tumata sambrani. The sakondi also, according to the philology, we will explain like so kaina is assimilated kaka, who change into o. Sakoti. It is according to this formation. Sakoti is understood as Swati group. Obijito, nasakondi. Okay. Before we analyze the sentence type, we will try to connect the words mani, nobijandi. What is the lakkhana and what is lakhya? Last week I have explained. Lakhya is sakondi. Lakkhana is anobijandi. Anobijandi is lakkhana. Sakondi is lakhya. What is lakkhana wanda? Mani, lakkhana wanda. What is lakhya wanda? It is te. In the whole sentence, obijito, sakondi, obijito, how to connect to the sakondi? In what way? Obijito is tumata sambadhana. Sakondi is tumata sambadhani. We will say tumata. Tumata sambadhana, tumata sambadhani. So sambadhana is a dative case. What is the tumata? Well, some words are seen with the tone suffix or without tone suffix, but they are translated as an infinitive. Such a word is called tumata sambadhana. Like for example, here are some words, some examples I will show you. Loka nukambaya, Bodho loge, obejati. So loka nukambaya, loka nukambido. Even though you see with the aya, it is a dative case, but you have to translate as infinitive to protect the word. Lokam anukambaya, to protect the word or to take care of the word. The Buddha rise, obejati, loge, and the word. So Loka Nikāya also is understood as a Tumata Sambrana. So when you trying to connect, when you connect this Loka Nikāya to the obejati, Loka Nikāya, Tumata Sambrana. Obejati is Tumata Sambrani. A similar form also like Nandito Rahadi also you have to connect like this. Nandito to blame. Arhadi deserves. Nandito Rahadi, he deserves to blame or to censure or to criticize. So Nandito also you have to say Nandito is Tumata Sambrana. Arhadi is Tumata Sambrani. Similarly here also, Obejiti also Tumata Sambrana. Tumata. What is Tumata? You have to divide to Atta. Atta is the meaning. So when the word has the meaning of the to is infinitive. For suffix for the infinitive. When the word has the meaning of the to, such a word is called Tumata. So Tumata at the same time it is a Sambrana. It's similar to the Sambrana. Tumata Sambrana, Tum Atta. Tum is a suffix. Atta is the meaning. The meaning, the word has the meaning of the to. Such a word is called Tumata. At the same time it is Sambrana, dative case, Tumata Sambrana. So for the Tumata Sambrana also you can see there are two examples I gave you. Some words are directly not included in the to, but the meaning is like a to or infinitive. That word is also called Tumata Sambrana. But some words they directly have to suffix, like obejito. Here also Nandito. Those words are also called Tumata Sambrana. So when you connect this Tumata Sambrana, directly connect to the verb. Tumata Sambrana and Tumata Sambrani. Nowadays, when the mind, the consciousness not arise, those three Cetasika mental aggregates cannot rise. He is, we will understand he as two so here he can be Daligarana. Maybe he took in two ways. We can translate this he. Okay, now we start with the hetu sentence. What kind of hetu it is? Why this sentence is called hetu? I wanted to read again. Iti obada bajyathena. Manobobengamo. It is and the manobobengama. Naide mani. Anobijan the obejito second 2 times. I wanted to read. Sally Benyaloga, are you there?
Yes, Sarah. Yes, Sarah.
Okay. Okay, I wanted to read.
Yes. From Nahi, Sarah.
2 sentences. Starting iti obada bajyathena.
So I need to find this paragraph.
Now we are now focusing on Nahide Mani Nobijandi Obijido Sagondi. The
Yeah,
sentence, okay?
yes. Because my laptop had some problem.
Okay, if you are inconvenient, say Ali Mapunya.
Okay, Sayadaw. Iti upada pajayathena mano bupangamo ite sandi mano bupangama. Nahide mane anupajente upajitong sagondi. Mano pana ika
One more time.
Iti
No,
upada
one more time.
pajayathena mano bupangamo ite sandi mano bupangama. Nahide mane anupajente upajitong sagondi.
Okay, iti upada pajayathena. Upada pajayathena, I have already explained. Upada pajayathena, iti in this way or thus. Upada pajayathena in the sense of the cause of the rising. Upada pajaya athena. Athena in the sense of the cause of rising. Whose cause? Who is the cause? The mind is the cause. The cause of whose? Whose cause? The mind is the cause of the three mental aggregates. In the sense of the cause of the rising, Manobobengamo, Idisam. Idisam, you have to translate. Idisam is a genetic case. Where there is idism, we have to put the verb ati. Idism ati. Idism ati. Idism is a genetic case. Idism ati also, we will translate like they have. Idism ati. What is idism? Idism is three mental aggregates are called idism. Those idism and the genetic case ati, when we combine them together, we will translate they have. Three mental aggregates have the mind, Mano Bobengamo. Mano and the Bobengamo. Mano Bobengamo. Mano and Bobengamo is the same meaning. The mind as foreigner. The mind as their foreigner or as their leader or their chief. So Manobobengamo, it is an ati. So this sentence, and as I told you before, it is a nigama sentence. So he had given explanations to the student. So at the end, he concludes whatever the whole explanation with this sentence. It in this way. Manobobengamo. It is anti Manobobengama. Why Mano is called the Bobengama? Why Mano becomes the Bobengama? Mano becomes the Bobengama is because of what? Because of the cause of the rising. Upada Pajayathena. The mind is called the Bobengama. Why it is called the Bobengama? Because it is the cause of three mental aggregates. That meaning is also indicated by the Upada Pajayathena. Upada Pajayathena indicates that the meaning or the mind is the cause of the rising. So Upada Pajayathena Manobobengama, it is Andi Manobobengama. Then the commentator continues. Nahide Mani Nobijandi Obejidon Sagondi. Nahide Mani Nobijandi Obejidon Sagondi. When the mind or consciousness no rise, those three mental aggregates cannot rise. So you may be aware of the meaning of that sentence. Naide mani enobi jandi. Mani enobi jandi, when the mind is not rise, then those three mental aggregates cannot rise. So this sentence is also called the hetu sentence. So what kind of the hetus? Hetu is translated the cause. We will see the kinds of the hetus. So in the Visuddhimagga, in the explanation of the Dhammapada-aṭṭhakathā, so there are five dhammas. The first one is so Riyamagga, number 2. Number 3 is Pasita. Number 5 is Akusala. This is 5 dhammas. These 5 dhammas are in the Dhammapada-aṭṭhakathā. So in the Dhammapada-aṭṭhakathā, what is the Dhamma? What is the Dhamma? Dhamma is divided into 5. Any cause which produce the result. The second is Riyamagga. The third is Pasita. Pasita means the words said by or taught by the Buddha himself. Pasita. The next is Kusala and Akusala. So when the Visuddhimagga Mahādhika explains about that, Riyamagga is also called the hetu. Riyamagga is also called the hetu. The Bhasita is also called the hetu. Kusala, Akusala, these are also called the hetus. But the hetu is the cause. But when it defines, the commentator defines the meaning of the hetu, it is the different meanings. He has given the different meanings of the hetus. Hetu is sometimes some hetus produce, which produce. Some hetus, so which some of them, something or someone reach. So some hetus which makes known. Which makes known, which produce. So every hetus are not originator. Every hetus is not used in the sense of the producing something, but some hedus make something or someone to reach. Some hedus which makes known or make someone to know. So here is Riya Mega is, it is called a hedu, but this hedu is not producing. Riya Mega cannot produce a nirvana. So what is the function of the Riya Mega or Riya Phala? Riya Mega takes the nirvana as an object. According to because if someone attains one of the Riya Megas, he attains the nirvana. Like after becoming the Arahanta, when he passed away, he will reach Anupadisesa Nibbana. So a Riya Mega makes a Riya person to reach Nibbana. To reach means to take Nibbana as an object. So this Riya Mega is called the Sambhāvaka Hetu. This hetu is not like a loba dosa moha, aloba adosa amoha. It cannot produce anything directly. It makes a Riya person to take a nirvana as an object. To reach, it means to reach. Riya Mega is a Sambhāvaka Hetu. Even though we translate in many ways we define the hetu, but the hetu's meaning are different depending on the context. Like for example, Bhasita, the words. Here Bhasita here means Buddha Bhasita, the Priyati. According to the Priyati, when you learn the Priyati, you come to know the meaning. The Priyati, because of the Pāḷi, you come to know, you get the information. So this Bhasita make you to get the information. So this is a Nyapaka Hetu. It makes you to know. Nyapaka Hetu. Nyapaka Hetu means gives you information, gives you, makes you to know something, make known. It is the Nyapaka Hetu. Like for example, if you listen to the Dhamma, because of listening, because of the words, you get the meaning. Like the meaning in the word connected. For example, if you hear the tiger, the word in English, at the time, automatically the appearance of the tiger, the four legs, is a fearsome form. It's claws, it's a strong body, appears to your mind. As soon as you hear the word tiger, you got the meaning. What is the meaning? The meaning is you see the tiger in your eyes, in your mind. It is called atta. The Bhasita and atta. So because of the Bhasita, we got the atta. So Bhasita gives you information. So such a Bhasita is called Nyapaka Hetu. So what is the Nyapaka Hetu? So to make someone to know is also called the Hetu. But it is not the Hetu like a loba dosa moha, aloba adosa amoha. The different meanings. Like kusala and akusala, any cause which produce the result. These three are called Janaka Hetu. Janaka Hetu. Janaka means originates or produce. The kusala directly produce to be born in a good life. Akusala give us a bad result or to be born in the woeful state. Like any cause which produces the result also can be understood according to the Four Noble Truths. Like dukkha sajja, samudaya sajja. Samudaya sajja produces dukkha sajja. Why this dukkha sajja happens rise? Because of samudaya sajja. The samudaya sajja also we call the Janaka Hetu, or maybe Karaka Hetu, or maybe Nipataka Hetu. In the text, you can say 3 terms. Janaka Hetu, or maybe Karaka Hetu, or sometimes Nipataka Hetu. The Kusala or Akusala, they are Nipataka Hetus or Janaka Hetus. In this way, we have 3 Hetus. Like in the 4 noble truths also, you can understand Dukkha Satya is produced directly by the Samudaya Satya. The Nibbana, what is the connection between Nibbana and Riya Megas? The cause same effect, but this cause is a different cause. Sambhavaga Hetu. The Nibbana is taken as an object by the Riya Mega. When you develop the Noble Eightfold Path, you will attain the Nibbana. But the Noble Eightfold Path cannot produce Nibbana. So Nibbana, whether the Buddha appears or not, the Nibbana still exists. So this Nibbana, you can take a Nibbana as your object. It means you reach the Nibbana. So when do you reach the Nibbana? How do you reach the Nibbana? Because of the Riya Megas. So it is also called the Hetu in Pha. But this Hetu is not Janaka Hetu. It is Sambhavaga Hetu. So Sambhavaga Hetu, Janaka Hetu, Nyapaka Hetu, we have 3. So what is the first Hetu which produces is Janaka Hetu. Hetu which makes something or somebody reach is Sambhavaga Hetu. Hetu which makes know or makes someone to know is Nyapaka Hetu. We have 3 Hetus, 3 causes. The causes which produce. One Hetu produce something, it is called the Janaka Hetu. When the Hetu makes someone to reach, it is Sambhavaga Hetu. When the Hetu makes someone to give information, when the Hetu makes known, or when the Hetu gives the new information to the people, that Hetu is called Nyapaka Hetu. According to the Nyapaka Hetu, the Nyapaka Hetu sentence also now you see now, Naite mani Nobijan, the Obijido second it Nyapaka Hetu sentence. So here I will repeat again. There are 5 things for the Dhammapada-aṭṭhakathā. Any cause which produces the result. Ariya Mega, Bhasita, the words. Kusala, Akusala. When you divide them, these 5 things, what is Janaka Hetu? Janaka Hetu is 1, 3, 1, 4, 5 is Janaka Hetu. What is the Janaka Hetu which produces the result directly? So what is Sambhavaga Hetu? Ariya Mega. This Ariya Mega is also called the Hetu, not because it produces the Nibbana, but it makes someone to reach, or it makes someone to take Nibbana as an object. So Ariya Mega is also called Hetu, but not in terms of originating or producing something, but in terms of making someone to reach or making someone to take Nibbana as an object. Bhasita is also called the Hetu, not in terms of the producing something directly, but in terms of making someone to know, in terms of the giving someone new information. It is called also Nyapaka Hetu. So Nyapaka Hetu is Bhasita. The ones are called the Nyapaka Hetus. So Nyapaka makes to know, makes someone to know. At the same time, it is the cause. So this Bhasita exists in the place of the cause. But this cause is not like the causes like a Lobha, Dosa, Moha. It causes someone to know. So it is called Nyapaka Hetu. Similarly, Sambhavaga hetu, it causes someone to reach. It causes, but this causes not like producing something. It causes someone to reach. Sambhavaga hetu. What is the janaga hetu? Kusala and akusala, they are understood. Loba dosa moha, aloba adosa amoha. Those things are everyone understand. It is a hetu. In what sense it is called a hetu? They are called a hetu in producing something directly. Okay. So now we are going to analyze again. There's a nahide mani, an obijandi, obijido, secondi. This sentence, the sentence is Nyapaga hetu sentence. Nyapaga hetu wakya or Nyapaga hetu sentence. So according to the sentence, so what is make known to us? What is to make known to us? According to the Nyapaga hetu sentence. Now in the previous sentence, you might have seen Opada Pajatina. The mind is the cause of the rising. So how do we know, why do we know the mind is the cause of rising? According to that sentence, we come to know, oh, the mind is the cause of rising. Why? When the mind not rise, three mental aggregates cannot rise. This sentence gives us information to know why the mind is the cause of the rising. Why the mind is the cause of rising is understood, clearly comprehended. Because of that sentence, Nahide Mani, and Obijandi, Obijidon Secondi. According to that sentence, we come to know, oh, the mind is the cause of rising because. So when you translate this, such a sentence is Nyapaga hetu sentence, when you translate, you can use the word because in the beginning of the sentence. The mind is the cause of rising because when the mind consciousness no rise, then three mental aggregates cannot rise. So this Nyapaga hetu is the Nyapaga is Nyapeti, you see, Nyapeti. So this is a causative. Janadi is the symbol above. So Nyapeti is to make know, to make someone to know. At the same time, it is a hetu, the cause. This sentence make us to know something at the same time. This sentence give us information at the same time. It shows the reason. So because it is the sentence of the reason, because this is a hetu sentence, when you translate, you can use this because. This sentence also always connected to the previous sentence, like Opada Bhajayatina. So because of this, you can say Kasama, Manasa Opada Bhajaya Bhāgo. You can say like this. So in the Pāli translation, you can use like a Manasa. This term also used in the commentaries or sub-commentaries. Kasama. Manasa Obada Bajya Bhava. Viññāyati is a passive voice. So why? The rising, the cause of the rising, why the mind is known as the cause of rising. Why the mind is known, the cause of rising. Manasa, otherwise also, Obada Bajya Bhava, you will take as the object. Obada Bajya Bhava, the state of the cause of rising of the mind is known. So simply we will translate to understand, to make everyone understand, now following the Pāli word. So why the mind is known as the cause of rising? But it may not be consistent with the Pāli sentence to make everyone understand. You understand this sentence, why this mind is known, understood as the cause of rising of the three mind aggregates. Kasama, Manasa, Obada, Bajya Bhava, Viññāyati. Okay. So at that time, you can make an answer. There is a he. This he is, now as I told you, it is similar to the because. He, no, because is, what is Pāli word for the because? Kasama. Kasama is because. Sorry, dasama is so therefore. Yasama is because. Yasama. So he, because this is a Nyabaka Hetu sentence, so this he can be translated as because. What is Pāli word for the because is? Yasama. Yasama is because. So then you can he yasama, and then you continue this one. He yasama, na de mane, anobijande, obijito, sakundi. Tasama. You can conclude the sentence. Okay. Tasama manasa obada bajya bhavo viññāyati. So why the mind is known as the cause of rising? Because he yasama. Because when the mind no rise, those three mental aggregates cannot rise. Tasama, so therefore, it is known the mind is the cause of rising of three mental aggregates. Manasa obada bajya bhava. So viññāyati also, I think you can translate, it is known. It's known that. It is known that the mind is the cause of the rising. Why? It is known that the mind is the cause of rising. Because when the mind not rise, those three mental aggregates cannot rise. So therefore, it is known that the mind is the cause of rising of three mental aggregates. Because I have already explained about the bhava. So now we can make the sentence much more clear. Okay, so such a translation can be attained according to the Nyapaka Hetu sentence. So Nyapaka Hetu also, this Nyapaka Hetu is, we can say, Bhyati Reka Nyapaka Hetu. Bhyati Reka Nyapaka. What is Bhyati Reka? Opposite. By showing by giving the opposite meaning, because it doesn't give direct meaning, it gives us opposite meaning. What is the nature of the Bhyati Reka Nyapaka Hetu sentence? It gives us opposite meaning at the same time. It makes us to know. It gives us a new information. At the same time, it is the cause. It can be translated using the because. It shows the opposite meaning. Opposite meaning is, so when you compare the previous sentence with this sentence, you can see in the second sentence, opposite meaning you can see. So it shows the opposite meaning of the previous sentence. At the same time, it gives us information. At the same time, it can be translated as cause. So we call it is Bhyati Reka Nyapaka Hetu sentence. Okay. I think now there is a time to the break time. The 10 minutes break, then we will continue the class. Okay.
Sadhu, 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 Sayadaw.
Our class. Now I'm talking about Nyapaka Hetu sentence. The Nyapaka Hetu sentence also understood according to the commentaries. So I think Bhyati Reka Nyapaka Hetu. Bhyati Reka is opposite. So by showing the opposite meaning, so now you can say like a sentence A, sentence B. Uparapajyathena manopubengama edisandi manopubengama can be understood as a sentence number A. Sentence number B is Nahite Mane Anobejandi. Obejito, second is sentence number B. If you understand like this, sentence number A is supported by sentence number B by showing the opposite meaning. By showing the opposite meaning, we can understand sentence number A. So, Bhyati Reka, opposite meaning is called Bhyati Reka. This Bhyati Reka meaning is known by the second sentence. This Bhyati Reka meaning is known by the second sentence. At the same time, this second sentence is connected to the sentence number A as a Hetu implied sentence. Because and so therefore sentence, you can say. Okay, I will show you another examples for the Bhyati Reka Hetu sentence. Examples. From the Silakanda Waka commentary, Sumangala Vilasini commentary. Sutandi Wajanina, Awekibam debate. Now we're trying to understand at first. The debate means shows. Wakekipa is a distraction. Wakekipa is a distraction. Or wakekipa or wakekita, distraction. Awakekipa is a not distraction. So not distraction means samadhi, concentration. Awakekipa, no distraction, which means concentration. So the next sentence, Suttandi Vajanina, Vajanina by the word Sutta, Sutta. By the word Sutta. It shows concentration, Awakekipa. Wakekita Jadasa Sawana Bhavato. Sawana Abhavato. Abhavato because there is no. Our Abhavato you have to translate because there is no. Sawana, hearing. Sawana is a hearing. Because there is no hearing. Sawana Bhavato. For the one, Wakekita Jadasa is a dative case. For the one who is distracted. There is no hearing for the one who is distracted, which means if you are distracted, you don't hear. If you are concentrated, you can hear. So the first sentence, we have the two sentences. The first sentence is Suttandi Vajanina. Sutta means heard. Now everyone knows Ewame Sutta. In the Ewame Sutta, the Sutta means heard. So the word Sutta indicates samadhi. Because you heard something means you are concentrated. If you are not concentrated, you cannot hear. So hearing or heard indirectly means concentration. So this sentence is explained by the second sentence. Wakekita Jadasa Sawana Bhavato is Bhyatirika Nyapaka Hitu. Because there is no hearing for the one who is distracted. At the same time, this sentence connects Suttandi Vajanina Awekibam Tibeti sentence is connected by this one by showing opposite meaning. Suttandi Vajanina, Sutta is samadhi. So now he said, no hearing for the one who has no samadhi. Sutta means a samadhi or concentration. If there is no samadhi, there is no hearing. So in this way, by giving us a negative meaning, we understand more about the first sentence. This is Bhyatirika Nyapaka Hetu. The sentence is also called. Wakekita Jadasa Sawana Bhavato is also called Bhyatirika Nyapaka Hetu. Like you can say, diligence is success. For example, diligence is success. The lazy people, because the lazy people has no success. Because lazy people has no success is Bhyatirika Nyapaka Hetu. Like how you can say, wisdom is happiness. Because there is no happiness in the ignorant one. Because there is no happiness in the ignorant one is Bhyatirika Nyabaka Hetu sentence. Now in the Dhammapada commentary also, the mind is called the Purana because it is the cause of rising of the three matter aggregates. Why? When there is no mind, there is no rising of three matter aggregates. So, what is the Nyabaka Hetu sentence? Nahide mane anobijande, obijidon second is Bhyatirika Nyabaka Hetu. Because it shows the reason, at the same time, it explains us with the opposite meaning. At the same time, it gives us, it makes known to us. So, Bhyatirika Nyabaka Hetu. So, I think this sentence also we should understand by reciting maybe 2 or 3 times. Ryan, I wanted to recite. Maybe I can say you will translate. Nahide mane, nobijande man, obijito, nasakondi. Sakondi, the sentence is translate with the Pāļi. Make the how to say you translate as a Bhyatirika Nyabaka Hetu sentence. Ryan?
Yes, Sayadaw. So nahite mane anupachante upachitum sakunti. Then kasma manasa upada achaya bhāgo viññāyati. Yasma nate mane anupachante upachitum
Now you have
sakunti.
to say he yasama.
Yeah.
He yasama.
Yeah. Hi yasma nate mane
Okay.
anupachante upachitum sakunti. Tasma manasa upada achaya bhāgo viññāyati.
Okay, now if we get the one sentence, later when we see such a sentence again, anyway, it is not difficult for us. Sali Pinyaloka.
Yes, sir. So I translate Bali in Bali, Sarah.
Okay. Nahide mane nobijande, obijidon second.
Yeah. Nahite mane anupajante upajitum sakunti.
Okay.
Yeah. Kasama namasa upada pacaya bhāgo viññāti.
Okay, now here I want to ask you one question. Manasa Ubada Bhajya Bhava, these 2 words, where do they come from? Manasa Ubada Bhajya Bhava, there are 2 words. Where do they come from?
That is come from the previous sentence.
Okay, in the previous sentence, what is that?
Nahite mane anupajayante.
No. Previous sentence. No, I want to say previous sentence.
Yes, previous sentence is iti upada pacayathena mano bupangamo ete santi mano bupangama. That is previous sentence. Yeah.
Okay, in the previous sentence, so from the previous sentence, we take these 2 words. Manasa Upada Pachaya Bhava.
Yes.
Okay. Viññāyati. Okay, carry on.
Viññāyati tasma manasa upada pacaya bhāgo viññāti.
Hiyasama.
Hiyasama manasa upada pacaya.
Nobijande.
Mane upapajante upajitum sakunti.
Yasama.
Tasma manasa upada paccaya bhāgo viññāti.
Viññāyati.
Yeah,
Viññāyati is the best
Yes.
voice. It's the Hedi. I wanted to make a Yadurika Nyapaga Hedi sentence.
Yes, Sayadaw. Nahite mane anupajante upajitum sakonti. Kasma manasa upada pachaya bhavo viññāyati.
Okay, now
Hiyasma
here I have one question for you.
Yes, Sayadaw.
Manasa, why do we put the Manasa?
Because it is sambandha, Sayadaw.
Manasa, why do you say Manasa in the genetic case?
Yes, Sayadaw. Because
Manasa is a
in
genetic case, right?
yes, Sayadaw. Because it is of the mind. Because this had two sentence, upada pachaya tena. We added the bhavo, and this had two sentence. And when there is this had two sentence, the sambandha should be put. In this case, the manasa is put here.
Okay, now say exactly because of which word Mana is put with the as genetic case.
Because of
Because
bhava.
of which word? Because of
Bhava.
bhava. Okay. Now this point also very important to know. Because of bhava, we put the mana.
Manasa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mana is we put the manasa. Okay.
So
Okay, carry on.
kasma manasa upada pachaya bhava viññāyati. Hiyasma nate mane.
Here upada pajaya bhavo. So what kind of case it is?
Upada pachaya bhava.
Which case it is?
Accusative case. Oh no, this. You mean the upada pachaya bhava or bhavo?
Yes, the bhavo. I mean, which case it is?
Nominative case.
Nominative case. Okay. Why do we translate as passive? It is a passive voice or active voice?
Passive voice.
Okay, passive voice. Okay. In the passive voice, object is
Yes,
put with nominative case.
Nominative case. Yes,
But you have to translate as an object. But the case is nominative case. Now
Yes,
this point also should be understood by everyone. Okay.
Yes. So I
Okay.
continue, Sayadaw.
Okay, carry on. Yes.
Hiyasmana te mane anupajante upajitum sakonti. Tasma manasa upada pachaya bhavo viññāyati.
Okay. Is there Ubinyawara?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, now I wanted to say this is Bhyadiriga Nyapaka Hedu sentence like other students.
Nahi de mane anobijandi obijidon secondi kasama manasa obara bichaya bhavo viññāyati. Hiyasama nadi mane anobijandi obijidon secondi kasama manasa obara bichaya bhavo viññāyati.
Okay, Ryan, I wanted to translate that sentence into English.
Translate the Pāḷi translation into English,
English translation, yes.
Yeah. So why is the mind known as the cause of the arising? Because the three mental aggregates are not able to arise when the mind does not arise. Therefore, the mind is known as the cause of the arising.
Okay. Otherwise, also we can translate viññāyati. It is known that the mind is the cause of rising of the three mental aggregates. Viññāyati. it's known that otherwise also. Okay. So this is a Bhyatirika Nyapaka Hetu sentence. So we have the three Hetus. Hetu also Janaka Hetu, Sambhapaka Hetu, Nyapaka Hetu. So one of them among those three Hetus in the sentences, in the Bhasita, in the words, it is applying, it is concerned with Nyapaka Hetus. So Janaka Hetu, Sambhapaka Hetu is more like the Dhamma, like a causal relationship. Okay. So now we were trying to analyze why it is called Dhanlikarana sentence. So Dhanlikarana sentence also, we have two types. Sabhava Dhanlikarana, Bhyatirika Dhanlikarana. What is Sabhava Dhanlikarana? Sabhava Dhanlikarana is, the Sabhava Dhanlikarana sentence is, so which supports the fact or the information in the previous sentence with the reasons or with the examples. With the reasons, with the examples, it supports the fact which is said in the previous sentence. So no, without changing origin and meaning. Without changing origin and meaning, the second sentence supports the facts or the information in the previous one, in the previous sentence. Such a sentence is called Sabhava Dhanlikarana. What is the Bhyatirika Dhanlikarana? The Bhyatirika Dhanlikarana also, sentence also supports the previous sentence. The previous sentence means that the facts in the previous sentence, the informations in the previous sentence supported by the next sentence by showing opposite meaning. By showing the opposite meaning, it supports the facts or the information in the previous sentence. Such a sentence is called Bhyatirika Dhanlikarana. So what is Sabhava Dhanlikarana? Now I will show you later. Now here, this sentence, Nodhiñāṇa Nobijani Obijidon second is Bhyatirika Dhanlikarana sentence. So this sentence also now you have already understood. When there is no mind, when the mind no rise, then three mind aggregates cannot rise. It is opposite meaning. This opposite meaning is shown by this sentence. This sentence also at the same time supports the previous one. Idi Obada Bajyatina Manobobingamo, Idi Sandi Manobobingama. So this sentence, ITBMU sentence is called Bhyatirika Dhanlikarana sentence. Okay, now we will see Sabhava Dhanlikarana sentence. Sabhava Dhanlikarana sentence you have already seen. Like in the Edehi, Manobobingamo, it is Andi, Manobobingamanama, it is Sabhava Dhanlikarana sentence. So Atara de Arubino Kanda, Wirina Kando, Senya Kando, Sangara Kando, this sentence is Dhanliya sentence. Ede manopubengama, ede sani manopubengama. With the reason it's supposed the statement or the fact information in the previous sentence. So ede and ede so on, the sentence is called Sabhava Dhanlikarana. This sentence does not show any opposite meaning to the previous one. Okay, Sabhava Dhanlikarana, Bhyatireka Dhanlikarana also we have seen. Okay, carry on. Manopana eke jesu, chedesi kesu, anope jante subi, obejati yiwa. Obejati ewa. Obejati yiwa, obejati ewa. Manopana eke jesu, chedesi kesu, anope jante subi, obejati yiwa. Okay, now I will write down Pāḷi sentence. Chedesi kesu, anope jante subi. Manopana pana, it is a backhandra sentence. After talking about the Chedesikas, it now continues to talk about Chitta. It's a backhandra sentence. So pana is backhandra jotaka. So pana you have to translate besides. But obejati yeva, obejati eva. So obejati eva is a sanitana wadarana. Now we have already seen. What is sanitana wadarana? Sanitana wadarana, it is come to the determination. It surely, if something surely happens, definitely happens. In the Pāḷi, it is shown using the eva. Obejiti eva, surely, absolutely, the mind arises. Eke jesu, chedesi kesu, anope jante subi. Anope jante subi, you have to divide. Anope jante su api. Anope jante su api. This api you have to translate even though. Even though some Chedesikas don't rise, the mind surely rise. So eke jesu, chedesi kesu, anope jantesu, obejati yeva, obejati eva, api, I will talk about later api. Okay. I want the Sayadaw Pinyaloka. explain how the words are connected to each other.
Yes, sir.
What kind of sentence it is? What kind of sentence it is?
I think Lakhana Vakya.
Okay.
That's it, Lakhana Vakya. Yeah. So Anupachantesu is Lakhana, Cetasikesu Lakhana Vanta, and Jatiya is Lakya, and Mano is Lakhya Vantu.
Lakhya Vanta. No is Lakhya Vanta.
Yeah.
Cetasikesu is Lakhana Vanta. Nobijandesu is Lakhana. Obijiri is a Lakhya. Mano is
Lakhya Vanta.
Lakhya Vanta. What is Pana?
Pana is Pana is Pakantara Jotaka.
Okay. Pana is a Bakandara Jotaka. Okay, good. So now we were trying to understand a bit. So obijando, like I have already made the Vigas. So na in obijanda, na obijando, and obijando. Na ni pada boba pada, kama daria samasa. Na obijando, and obijando. Okay, here is we talk about the api. Api has two meanings. So api is called Graha Jotaka. Graha and Sambhavana, these two terms also, the students should know these two terms when they study the commentaries. But normally, if you just study ordinary Pāḷi grammar, it is okay, no problem. Whether you know this Sambhavana or Graha, no problem. But if you are studying the original commentaries, I think maybe some technical terms are difficult for us to understand, but we have to know them. The Sambhavana and the Graha. There are two meanings of the Sambhavana and Graha. Two meanings. This Sambhavana Graha also, actually, the use of the Sambhavana Graha should be understood. It is a figure of speech. Actually, it doesn't praise anyone, it doesn't blame anything. It is a figure of speech. So Sambhavana, when this api is called the Sambhavana Jotaka, when this api is connected to the many noble, good. When the words refer to the many or noble or good or being, at that time it is called the Sambhavana. What is the Graha? When the words refers to the little, and the inferior, or low, inferior or little or low, and not. At that time, it is called the Graha. So Sambhavana Graha is not really censuring or blaming anyone, not really praising or extolling anyone. So the use of the Sambhavana Graha is, how to say, it is a kind of figure of speech. So in the explanations of the Asian Sayadaws, so in what condition it is called the Sambhavana? It is when the word is referred to many noble, good or being, Sambhavana. When the word is referred to the little, inferior or low or not, at the time, it is Graha. But this Sambhavana, definition of the Sambhavana Graha is not always the same. According to some conditions, the meaning, the interpretation or the implication of the Sambhavana Graha will be changed. It is now I just roughly explained what is Sambhavana, what is Graha. It is may not be relevant to every conditions. But roughly you can understand what is Sambhavana. Sambhavana word is, if the word refers to the many noble good being, it is Sambhavana. When the word refers to the little, inferior, low or not, it is Graha. So now I will show one example. Vyamanopi panam hanadi. Vyamana is noble. It is Sambhavana. This abhi is apradi Vyamana or Sambhavana. Okay? So even the Brahmin creates the living beings. So it is needless to say for the ones, for hunters, for the low persons, needless to say. So if a bee is connected to the Sambhavana, it covers the meaning of the Graha. Like here, Dalai Dobi Silam Rakati. Dalai Dobi. Dalai is the poor. Even the poor people, the poor one, observe the Sila. For the other people, needless to say, they will surely observe the Sila. Morality. So here, one thing you should understand is, if a bee is found after the Graha, the later is a Graha. This abhi refers to the Sambhavana. When this abhi is found after the Sambhavana, it refers to the Graha. It covers, it takes, it includes Graha. Because even the Brahmin creates living being. So other low persons, for the low persons, it is needless to say, they will surely kill. Like here also, the later is Graha. After the later, you see the abhi. This abhi also covers or includes the other Sambhavana words. Even the poor one observe the morality. For other people, for the rich, for the noble ones. So they will surely observe the sila or morality. So anyway, here, this Brahmana is a Sambhavana, this abhi is Sambhavana Jotaka. The later is a Graha, abhi is Graha Jotaka. Now here also, Egi Jesu, Jitasi Gesu, Anobi Jandesu bi, Obajati Yewa. This abhi is called Graha Jotaka. So abhi, there is connection between abhi and Anobi Jandu is Graha Jotaka. Anobijani is a knot. Graha. Okay. Adipati was in Abana Manosito. It is Andy Manosita. Sally Mabunya, I wanted to read the sentence 2 times.
Adipati Vasena Pana Manosito Ede Sandi Manosita. Adipati Vasena Pana Manosita Ede Sandi Manosito.
Okay. Adipati was in a by means of Adipati means predominance. By means of the predominance, Manosito. It is Andy Manosita. But the Mano is Sito, the highest one. Atheism, what does mean atheism? Atheism refers to the 3 mental aggregates. The similar explanation like a Manobubengamo, atheism, Manosito, atheism, Manosita. But this Sito also is explained by the word Adipati Vasena, by means of predominance. This Pana is also Bakhandra Jodaka. So why it is called the Bakhandra Jodaka? Because after explaining Manobubengama, then the commentator changed the topic. It continues to the Manosita. Sita, Manosito, Mano means Adipati Vasena. Mine is by means of predominance. Here is a Vasena, we can translate in 2 ways. As predominance, as a Lord, by means of predominance, by the power of predominance. As a predominance, the mind is the highest one. So Manosito atheism, we can translate iti tasama. Manosito atheism, atheism, iti. Iti, what is the meaning of iti? Iti tasama. So therefore. So Manosito atheism, how do we translate? Atheism, they have. Atheism, ati. Like Manobubengamo, atheism. They have the mind as their foreigner. Atheism, they have. Atheism, ati. 3 mental aggregates have Mano, mind, as the highest one. The highest one, the chief. In what? In terms of what? By means of predominance, by means of as a predominance. Adipati Vasena, Pana, Manosito, atheism, Manosita. This sentence is called, we called Bakhandra sentence. Okay. So here, I think if I continue to the Yatahi sentence, maybe the time enough, but I can just translate roughly. Yatahi Jora Dina Jora Jetagadi Adipati no Sita Tata Tesambi Mano Adipati Manowa Sita. I give you Jitaka means the chief. Jora Jitaka de yo. Jora is thief. or rover. Chittaka, chief. The chief, the leader thief, the leader of the thieves, Jora Chittaka. Jora Chittaka Deyo, the sentence is Adibri no Sitta. Jora Dinam, Jora Chittaka Deyo, Adibri no Sitta. The Yatahi, when you see, because the Yata Tata, you will see this sentence is Tabagadi Karana or Waitara sentence. Starting with the Yatahi to the up to the Mano Adibri, Manoa Sito is called Tabagadi Karana or maybe Waitara sentence. Here, Jora Chittagadi or Jora Dinam. Actually, you know, like I should say about the Vika sentence of this RD and the in the previous sentence also we see like Kama Gada Dini Kamani. Kama Gada Dini Kamani. Actually, I should explain about the Vigaha of the Kama Gada Dini Kamani. So what is the meaning of the Kama Gada?
Destruction of the village.
The destruction of the village. Okay. Kama Gada. Now, if you divide this one, Kama Gada and Adi. Adi. Kamani is, what is the genre of the Kamani, Hiri?
Yes, Sayadaw.
Kamani, what is the genre of the Kama? Kamani, Kama.
Feminine, Sayadaw.
Neuter gender. No?
Neuter.
Not neuter gender. Now you can see again like the declension of the Jada.
Yes, Sayadaw.
Jada ni plan plan.
Yes,
Okay. We should know those genders of the cases also. Here is a Kama Gada Adi. So at first we will understand, we're trying to understand Kama Gada. So Gada derived from the Hana. Hanasa Gado. Kama Hana Didi. Kama Gado. Hana Didi is not killed. Destroys. Who destroys? The one who destroys is called Kama Gada. So, okay, Kama Gada Dini, how do you make a Vigahas? Kama Gado Adi. Kama Gado Adi Yesamdi. Kama Gada Di. Kama Gada Di. Kama Gado Adi Yesandi. Yesan Iti. Kama Gada Di. This is Kama Gada Di modifier to the Kamani. So you have to change Kama Gada Dini Kamani. Kama Gada Dini Kamani. Here also Choradi. Choro Adi Yesandi. Choradi. Chora Jitagari also Chora Jitago Adi Yesandi. Chora Chitakadi. Joro Adi. Okay. Kama Gadadini Kamani, because Kamani is a new agenda, it is modified. This Kamani is modified by the Kama Gadadini, the crimes which is destruction of the village and so on. So what kind of the crimes? The crimes is concerned with the destruction of the village and so on. It is called Kama Gadadini Kamani. Here also Joro Adi. Joro Adi, yes, and Joradi. Okay. Jora Dinam. Jora Jitagadi Adibrino, Sita. Sally, Penyalog, I wanted to read the sentence. Yatahi, Jora Dinam.
Yes. Yatahi Jora Dinang, Jora Yitakadayo, Adi Patino, Sita, Tata Te Sampi Mano Adi, Pati Manova Sita, Yatapana, Daru Adihi, Nippanani, Tani, Pandani, Darum, Ayadini.
No, you just stop there. Like Yatahi Jora Din and Jitagadi, Adibrino Sita, Tata Te Sampi. Mano Adipati Manoa Sito is at the end of the explanation Manosito. The sentence starting with the Yatapana Daru Adi is the explanation of Manomaya. Okay. Like we don't have time to translate, but I will say like the cases of those words. Jora Dinam is genetic case. Jora Jitakadeyo is subject. Adipatino Hondi, Sita Hondi. Adipatino Hondi, Sita Hondi. Jora Dinam, genetic case, you can say like among the thieves. The chief of the thieves and so on is the highest one, the Lord, the justice among the thieves. The chief of the thieves, the leader of the thieves, and so on, is the highest one, Sita, or the predominant, the Lord. Similarly, Tesambi, Manoa. Tesambi, also you can translate genetic case. Tesambi. Tata, similarly, in the same way, of those three aggregates, the mind is the Lord, a predominance. The mind is the highest among them. Manoa Sito. Okay. So we will continue the explanation of this Yatai sentence next week. Now today we should stop now. The time is up. I say in the Sadhu Buddha Sadhana Jira and 3 times we will stop the class for this morning. Buddha Sadhana Jira
Thank you so much, Sayadaw.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
you are welcome.
Thank you, Sayadaw.
Okay.